Going where no poop trooper has gone before.
And suddenly, the poop is on fire.
Deep from the depths of Uranus. Watch your gourds and can your balls.
Oh,
no! Remember who has spoken and what will be spoke. Join us October 24th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the pumpkin carving contest. First place prize brought to you by Garden State Gardener. Check them out Sundays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. First place will win a squatty potty. Runner-up will get their very own Wide Family Farm Poopalween t-shirt. Want to enter the competition? Leave a comment in the registration video. And we will see you at the after party. Wide Family Farm presents
The Poop Troop! Citizen Guardian. Our fish is in Love's life. My Aussie garden and kitchen. Garden State Gardener. Ginger Ninja. Gray Man Prepping. Buttercup. Viper. Bob 942. Mama Bear Prepping. Gardener Josh. The Big Blue House Homestead. Prepford. Sandra Moody. Recyclable Homestead. Ramblin' Rose Homestead. CB. Hedgehog Homestead and Warren Lewis. Stew Kitchen and Beyond. Skinner Farms. Yosi. Big Chap. Nana's Menagerie. Heaven's Essentials. Full Throttle Junkie. Backwoods Law. JFM. Chatio. Mary's Ranch and Wild Cooking. Rambling with the Brums. Red Road Homestead. Grammy Karen, the Tinkerer's Wife. Cameron Hislop. Cosmic Cultivators. Mrs. Cosmic Cultivators. Grillin' and Chillin' with Mojo. Big Dreams Homestead. A&A's Family Homestead. Ariel Button Ventures and Victor's. M. Piedmar. Cortney's husband. Abby's Life on the Farm. Trish Wiley. Wiley Living. Simply Jen Homestead. Virginia Roots.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this edition of Wide Family Farm. How's everybody doing tonight? You know what's even more funny is I didn't add on the 8 people that we gained on Monday to that list yet. So the intro is going to be a little bit ridiculous. So I don't know if I'm going to find something else or if I'm just going to keep it. And at the after party, we can vote on that. I will put up a poll or something. Oh my God, it's so so long. It's ridiculous. But I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you, Poop Troop members. Thank you, all the mods, for being here tonight. Let's start on the list. We got Ginger Ninja. We got Huga, CB, Backwoods Law. Of course, Uncle Atlas here. Thank you so much for being here. Skinner Farms. Hey, cousin. What's up? Dave and Kathy. Hi, thank you so much for being here. King Poobah, that is my husband. Thank you for being here. Black's Tropical Homestead, thank you so much. And Gear Grinding, thank you so much for being here. Fishes, of course, thank you so much. And I think that's it for right now. So thank you so much for coming in. Tonight we have a special guest, Coffee with Pips. And he is new to the Poop Troop and stuff like that. And I'm so glad that he didn't go, what is that about? So we get that a lot, don't we? But that's okay, right? So thank you all for being here tonight. And hey, Q, thank you so much, honey, for being here. And let's go ahead and we'll bring up our guest, okay? And here he is.
Hey, everybody.
Yay!
Hey.
This is awesome. So thank you so much for being here tonight. And we have a few questions. And I don't know if people in the audience got a chance. I advertised a lot for this. So I don't know if they got a chance to go over to your stuff and watch some of your stuff so they can ask some questions as well. And that would be kind of cool. But,
Good.
so.
Great.
So, yeah, so we just have a few questions and we can go ahead and get started. How's everybody doing out there, by the way? You doing good? That's great. Okay, the first question that I had on the list was, what did you do before YouTube?
Okay, so I was a graphic designer and a police officer, believe it or not. So I always joke around saying I could have been a police artist, but then computers came into play. But yeah, so graphic designer, had our own advertising agency, and did things like this, except YouTube wasn't in existence then, or I would have about a couple million subscribers by now if it was. So that's what I did, and my wife and I had an advertising agency, and yeah, so it's really primed me for this show.
Awesome. That's so cool that you did that. My friend Viper, he has a degree in graphic design as well. And so he has helped me a lot with t-shirts and, and stuff like that. Yeah. Super cool.
Great.
It's a lot of fun. I kind of wish I would have went to school for that because I like that kind of stuff. But
sure. And before that though, I grew up in a family restaurant and a deli business. So that's where I got all of my, I don't cook. Well, I can cook, but I don't ever claim to be a cook. But my taste, my palate, I become accustomed to what things should taste like. I recognize spices and, seasonings and, things are well done, medium, all, the pertinent things that you need to know to be a foodie and food critic. So I thought to myself, you know what, you could just easily just jump in the car to a drive-through and eat a chicken sandwich and go, oh yeah, this is pretty good, or yeah, I could use a little more this or that, and which is fine. But I'm really taking everything into account. I add a little more fun, joking to it, but I am giving my honest opinion.
Oh, cool.
When I do rate something.
I like that. That's really cool. I've watched a lot of food critics. My favorite one was Anthony Bourdain, which I was a huge fan of before he passed away. Yeah. I was actually really sad when he passed away. But I absolutely enjoyed his programs. There was just something about him that was so hilarious. Like he had that dry sense of humor that was just but yet he could be serious. He could be serious too, but yeah. I just really like.
You're right. He did have that sense of that dry sense of humor, but either you get it or you don't. But he was a good guy. Great critic.
Yeah, I thought so too. And he would eat anything. I mean, the guy would eat anything.
Yeah, I won't eat brains or anything like that.
No, I don't want to do that either. I really kind of respect that though. Like that you can just, get over that and just eat whatever. I kind of respect that
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Um, I mean, I watched some of those shows that, eat brain and, you know, worms and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't think I could ever do that. That's not the kind of show I am. However, if I did want to, maybe get the subscribers and, do it, but that's not where, that's not who I am. So you have to have fun doing what you do best. And
You could totally do
that's
one.
what,
Pips eats brains, but it could be like, I don't know, a Halloween candy brain and totally
but
do
I
it.
could trick everybody and say
Yeah.
it's a real brain.
Yeah.
I
Do a
like that.
teaser.
Good,
Yeah.
good idea. I love that.
Do a teaser.
That's great. Giving me some great ideas here.
That's funny. Okay, so what part of the country do you live in? You don't have to give me your exact coordinates if you don't want to. I was just curious though,
Oh
what
yeah,
state
yeah,
you
yeah,
live in.
no problem. I live in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Travel a lot. I've lived in Florida for 3 years. It's just nothing like the Midwest. Seems like everybody that goes there ends up coming back. There's nothing like the Midwest. So I really enjoy it here. I don't enjoy the winters, but the four seasons is something to be thankful for.
Yeah.
So
I live in Northeast Ohio, so I get the winter thing. And like
right,
usually right now our weather is highly unusual. It's been beautiful and dry and just gorgeous and warm out, but typically around October 31st, like it's been known to snow. And then once that starts,
right,
it doesn't end till like April. It's like it's
yeah,
forever.
yeah. We've already had snow in May, so it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, it's a great, I mean, except with COVID, and I'm so sick of hearing about it because we've all been through so much these past couple of years, with
Yeah.
all the festival, everything being canceled, State Fair being canceled. It's just like it took the fun out of it. Hopefully we can get back to that spot and move on. Just hopefully, I'm just hoping things get back to normal.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you there. I think that's the main reason why I started doing the after parties and started doing like just a no nonsense like slapstick kind of after party show where people can like get away from politics for a little bit and like get away from
Right,
everyday life and just come in and
right,
like chill out and laugh a little bit, you know.
exactly.
Um
Forget about reality for a while.
yeah.
Have fun. Yeah,
Yeah, because everything that's
that's how
going
I am too.
on right now in the world can really weigh heavy, and, so sometimes
Oh,
you just need a break, you know?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and people, there's friendships and even families have broken up over, their view in politics and everything.
Yeah,
So it's like, just, I don't want to talk politics. I don't want to even look at the news.
yeah.
Um,
I'm the same way, I
it's
don't even watch the news. I get so
it's
sick of
always
it.
really,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so I completely understand, and I think most people that come to the after party, they get that. Like, they just, like, wanna laugh and have fun, and, we joke around,
Right.
and some of us have really dry sense of humors, and some of us are like, I'm kind of ditzy sometimes, so we all laugh about it,
Balance is out.
you know?
You
But
compliment each other.
yeah, we all compliment each other really well. It seems like we got a couple of new people in here. Jane Pippa, that is your wife. And then there
Right.
was someone else that came in, Robert Foley. He said Pips is a celebrity. I love
Wow. There you
it.
go. He's part of the Pip Squad. He's a good guy. Yep.
Aw. Haley came
And
in. She
and
said, "We
he
love Pip's channel." Aw, you guys are so
oh,
awesome.
thank you. Thank you very much.
That's so sweet.
I appreciate that. And that's what makes it all worth it. I mean, just the little things like that. People, appreciate what you're doing and mutual respect. I have respect for my audience, and that's what it's all about. We're all human, and do things that people like, and you don't make
Yeah.
use your channel for negativity. And I see a lot of channels doing that.
Yes, yes. or fear porn is like
Right.
one of the biggest. And once I
Right.
start seeing that, I'm like, I just
Yeah.
slowly like stop watching. Yeah, I totally
Yep.
get that.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, it's something that I just and even this my side chat, like my people, like they're the same way. They're like, I don't really, we don't really gravitate
Exactly.
over that direction. So
Yeah. Yeah. Negative. It's not good. It's not good.
no, it's not good for your soul. And
No, not at all.
you know what is good for your soul though? Donuts. Donuts. You have done a donut
Don't get me
review.
started. Don't get me started. I can eat. I'll get a dozen donuts. Well, no, maybe 18 donuts, and I'll eat a dozen. I can't stop. It's like, sugar. It's like sweets. When
Yeah.
other normal people are eating, meat and bread, I would rather eat just sweets, and that's a problem. I
Yeah.
don't know where I got that from.
That's funny. I've seen you've done a lot of donut reviews. Dunkin' Donuts is one of them, and
Right.
I have a Dunkin' Donuts. I live out in the sticks, but there's a Dunkin' Donuts like maybe 10 minutes away from my house. So I'll go
Sure.
there and get an iced coffee every once in a while. So I'm well aware of their menu, right? I have
Right.
never seen the ghost pepper donut before. Like,
Right. That comes out around Halloween.
okay, so what was that like?
You
Seriously, I've
know,
watched the video, but it's like, what was that
I
like?
think I was so built up. I was so uh, worried, so fearful of having it that I was already falling over without tasting it. So I was just like, but it is really hot. I'm not used to hot things. I don't eat hot things. But when it compared to my one chip challenge, it was nothing. I would eat 10 of those compared to one of those chips. It was kind of, I would say, disgusting to me because it was
Yeah,
sweet and yet that spicy. It was kind of like more of a
yeah,
novelty, kind of like a dare you to do it kind of donut.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I think so because typically, I mean, that's the same thing for me, like a bacon milkshake. You see that?
Oh,
Like Denny's had one
right.
not too long ago, and I was
Yeah,
like, ew.
I, I know. And people do that all the time and they'll say they're delicious, But get back
No.
to Dunkin' Donuts. They just released, I believe today or yesterday, a new peanut butter macchiato. So that sounds pretty good. So they
Yeah,
released it for the season. So
yeah,
I
that's
try to stay ahead of all the new items that are coming out. Obviously, can't talk about them all, but
yeah. But that I mean, that was pretty cool that you did that even though you don't really have a taste for hot things, like, that's not
right,
what you do, but I think that really, like, makes a great video, though, because you're being honest when you're tasting it, like, "Holy crap, that was hot."
yeah,
Like, you're being really honest when you're tasting it, and it makes it
right.
funny, so people watch, and, Haley in the side chat, she said that was one of her favorite videos of you eating that donut, so that I thought that was pretty funny.
Thank you.
And then
It's horrible.
you also did the one chip challenge. What was that like? I am so scared. I watch people do that, and my
I
husband messes with those hot peppers, like, he loves hot
Oh,
peppers.
never
What
again.
is that like?
Never again. I'll tell you when first when I put it in my mouth, I was like, well, it kind of tastes like maybe like dirt would taste. It was just kind of like. And then it's like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then it's like, bam, it creeps up on you. And it just, you eat ice cream, you drink milk, and it goes away for a second, comes right back with a vengeance. It was absolutely horrible. If I had, if I could have jumped out the window, that would have been better than suffering with, it was painful. It was painful. So you see people eating 3 of those chips and saying, "Look, I can eat 3 of them and they're fine." It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So I would just advise, why do it if you don't have to do it? I was dared. I was dared, and uh, it's just, and I did it. Not doing it again.
Haley also wants to know what was one of your favorite foods you tried for the show?
You know what? And I'm talking to a lot of farm community here, but actually the vegan pizza. See, so I uh, try to balance it out, and for the audience, I try to keep it well rounded. I have some vegan, I have meat, I have vegetarians. I just try everything. But my favorite thing was a vegetarian pizza from Toppers, believe it or not. And it's
Wow.
just a run of the mill fast food pizza place.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed, really
That's really
impressed.
cool because that was one of the questions I was gonna ask you is I
Yeah,
saw that you do, like, a lot of pizza reviews, and I was
yeah,
curious as to what your favorite pizza out of all of them were, and apparently it was
right,
the vegan one, right?
right. And then the
Cool.
second, what came in second was the Fritos pizza from Papa Murphy's. And that was just a limited time, but it was good, a little salty, and probably because of the Doritos on it, but it had the beef brisket on it was very good. So it was a good balance, and I really enjoyed that too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Fishes and Lowe's Life says, "I don't think we have toppers." Yeah, we don't have a toppers here either. It might just be a Wisconsin thing. I'm
It
not
could
sure.
be. Yeah, it could be. I'm going to be doing another one coming up within the next week or so, and I don't know what to expect. I said I would never do any hot things again, but it's Hardee's and Carl's Jr. has the waffle, hot chicken waffle. So it looks like
Oh.
it could be hot. So I'm going to just try that out. Nothing could be as bad as that chip, though. So I'm ready
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's lots of people trying that chip, and, one time we went to someone's live and we rated them, and they said if they got to 1,000 subscribers that night,
That they
they
would
were
do it.
going to eat the chip, right? But they were getting ready to close the chat, and me and all my people came in, and it was like
Oh,
20 people, and it got him up. So that night, he had to eat the chip. He was getting
oh.
ready to close out, and he had to eat the chip, and we were all, like, watching in suspense, like, "Oh my god," it was so
He
great.
probably thought he got away with it, and then you
Yeah,
come along and
exactly. It was
see,
so
that's
great.
it. That's it. So,
Um,
just having fun, and that's what it's all about.
yeah, I think that's exactly what we're about here is just having fun and, forgetting about, the everyday life.
Right, right,
So,
exactly. The everyday grind, exactly.
yeah.
So, I'm fascinated with your channel as well, and the gardening. You have just a killer. God, you have everything. I can't grow anything. I love that being able to pick fresh vegetables and everything right from your garden, and I think that's so awesome. So, I've always been fascinated with that. Being able to grow something that you can actually eat. So it's always like it's really a neat thing.
Yeah.
So that's something that but I'm not experienced in that realm. I don't have that talent. So it's something that I won't you know be introducing in my channel anytime soon. May ask somebody like you to come on and explain, and then maybe preparing dishes with some of the great items that you have, some of the great vegetables.
Yeah, I
So you have
yeah, I cook with a lot of the peppers and stuff that we have from our garden, and I can a lot. So, um, I use a lot of we this year we were in a garden challenge, called Shed Wars, and, there's a lot of people that were in this collaboration, and, we had to see how much food we could grow for our family. And, I don't have the all of the numbers yet, but I know that we grew, close to 200 pounds of tomatoes this year.
wow, wow.
So
I think we got like 3 cherry tomatoes. That was it. I don't know. Just don't know what I'm doing wrong. My wife cans all the time as well, so she would love your canning episodes.
Yeah,
a canning
and
series.
my friend, a good friend of mine, Tammy, she's a Rebel canner, and she has a Rebel canning show. And we every Friday at noon we get together and we talk about canning, and I've canned live and stuff like that before. And
That's neat.
we really enjoy talking about it, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah,
Right, right.
um,
A lot of work.
yes, a ton of work. I feel like since the vegetables came on in the garden, I haven't had any time to slow down. And
Right,
now I'm slowing down because my garden's starting to die back a little bit now since it's October.
right.
But yeah, so I still though got 8 pounds or 8 pounds. I still got 8 butternut squashes sitting outside, and
Squash
some
is the best.
pumpkin. I got pumpkins, and I got peppers still coming on because the weather hasn't been cold yet, and I'm
Right,
really, really,
right.
really grateful for that. So
That's great. Now, if there would have been more rain early on, I think the farmers would have did so much better. But early on, it was such a dry
mhm.
start to the season. So
Yeah, and for the first time, we have a rain barrel, and for the first time, that barrel in the spring was completely empty. And
look at that.
I
Yeah.
was like, "What?" Because that usually doesn't happen, especially here in
R-
Northeast Ohio, it always rains. It's like
Right, right.
yeah.
Exactly. Same here. Same here. So, as far as topics go, I don't look for the newest, coolest topic to or item to get the viewers. Of course, yeah, you want the viewers, you want subscribers, but I want to do interesting things. I
Yeah.
started doing more local, going into a restaurant and doing things like that, and some critiquing of the food items and everything. So, and those aren't always real popular because a lot of them are local. So, but people, seem to like to watch those. But so what you get is I'm not, clawing at the top trying to beat out the next critic
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
yeah. So he did the burger, so now I got to do the burger better, So it's,
yeah, I get
um,
that, and that makes
yeah,
it kind of like yeah, that makes it hard too because they're like, "Oh, then yeah, I wouldn't wanna do the same." You try and look for something a little more original.
right,
Yeah,
right, exactly, exactly. So it's been just a real great experience. I've been doing this about a year now. I've always done a lot of television, and our job when we had the advertising agency, being a spokesperson and doing things on camera. So this is you know it feels comfortable for me.
yeah,
However, so I thought, okay, I'm going to do this for a hobby. A lot of people maybe bowl or shoot darts or whatever they do, hunt. I don't have any of those things. So I thought, okay, this is going to be my hobby. So I decided to start dumping tons of money because I needed every camera, I needed every light, I needed everything because I thought that's what I needed to start this when a lot of people are just using their iPhones, which why didn't I think of that?
yeah.
However, and as it went on, I've been liking it more and growing gradually. I think I have like around 580 subscribers now. But
Yeah, well, hopefully,
but
my poop troopers will go over there and subscribe to your channel and watch your stuff because, that's what we do here. We cheer each other's on and we watch each other's stuff and, um, that's
that's wonderful, and
yeah.
and they know how much I love them, right? I mean,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and same with any of my uh, I don't want to call them fans. I don't want to act like I'm a big movie star, but my fans subscribe to Courtney's channel as well. I know that you said earlier that Jane did, and I'm going to get everybody to subscribe here. It is what it's all about. You have to
yeah,
stick together. We're kind of a close knit community, and I noticed once you're in this, it's a whole different world.
yeah,
It's like but you stay connected and loyal and try to help each other. And I think
right.
that's That's great.
Yeah, and it's so important to be diverse too, not just stick to one. You go, you visit other people, other channels, you get to know everybody and you
Right.
support each other because why? We're all in this YouTube thing. We're all in this
Right.
together. We're all trying to get, I was there once. I tried to get monetized, so
Right.
I know what that's like, and
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough to get to the 1,000 subscribers. And I try to support people that are under that or trying to get their hours. I try to support that as much as
Mhm.
possible.
Well, see, and so you understand the whole process. I mean, you remember what it took to get there and how hard
Yeah,
it was and everything, and that's great. And it's great to learn from people like you because obviously you have the experience and you went through it. So it's refreshing to hear. We were talking earlier before we went live. It's to what to expect, and that it's normal to grow. Slower. You don't get that
yeah.
thousand
In fact,
subscribers
the way
overnight.
that YouTube works, it's better to grow slower
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you grow fast and in one instant you wake up in the morning and all your subscribers are gone. And you're
right,
like,
right.
where did they all go? And
Yeah,
so it's better to grow
exactly.
slower, you know? Yeah,
I agree. I agree. And
yeah,
I'm just always don't want to offend anybody. I always, I want to hear from my viewers and pretty much do the kind of shows that they want to see. What do they want to see? So I'm always asking those questions too. I want to keep them engaged and be part of the family.
right.
So to speak.
That's so great. I noticed in one of your videos you did a chocolate bomb. And I thought that
Right.
was super cool. What made you wanna do a chocolate bomb? Was it, did somebody ask you to do one or you just like them? I'm just curious.
Yeah, do you know that's a real funny it was a real funny episode. So my wife saw these chocolate bombs. I don't know where she saw them. She said, "You should do a chocolate bomb." So I was like, "Okay." And I made them and did them all by myself. She didn't think I could. And they didn't come out so perfect, but that's where that came from. And those are so neat.
Yeah, they're
Um,
really cool.
yeah, if I could perfect it, and I think that's but it's really mostly a seasonal thing, put it in hot chocolate or
Yeah.
whatnot. But it was really a lot of fun. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I had a friend that made a chocolate bomb. That's why I'm asking. I had a friend that made a chocolate bomb. It was, like, around the holidays. I think it was around Thanksgiving or something. She put out a
Right.
short, and that video got, like, 100,000 views, and she gained about 10,000 subscribers in a couple weeks just from that video
Wow.
alone, and it was just a hot chocolate bomb. That was it.
See, so obviously she did it a lot better than I did.
I I don't know, maybe you should start experimenting with different views or different ways of doing it or maybe something like
Right.
that, you never know.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, well, I guess that's just with YouTube in general, you just never know. Something could
You
happen
don't.
and bam, it happens, you
Yeah.
know?
Right. Right. Exactly. You don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I I mean, you can go to bed praying that when you wake up, you're going to have 5 million, subscribers, but that's not reality. And
Mhm.
it's just like Hollywood. People go to Hollywood thinking I'm going to be a big star. There's only a few and far between that really do get there. It's not easy. And it's the same thing with YouTube. You just keep at it and you work hard and you hope that one day everything aligns, stars align, and you're on your way. So it's not an easy thing. And there's a lot of people that I talk to saying, "Yeah, I think I'll start a YouTube channel. I need to make some extra money." I'm like, "Oh no, no, it doesn't work like that.
Mm-mm.
You
No,
don't just plug it in
you
and
definitely won't be making extra money right away. Like, that just does not
right,
happen.
right,
It took me
exactly.
it took me a while just to make connections with people because a lot of
Right.
times, and especially the way YouTube works, there's like a lot of trolls and people who go into
So
people's
many.
chats and try to
Yeah.
mess around with people. So when you enter a chat, people are on high alert already.
Right.
So it's tough to
Right.
make friends. It's tough to like just jump in a chat and say, "Hey guys," and nobody says hi back because
Right.
they don't know
Right.
you. So it's
Yeah.
tough to make connections with people
It
on
really
YouTube.
is. It really
So
is. It
Yeah.
is. And, a lot of YouTubers are real guarded, thinking, I'm not going to tell my trade secrets and I don't want you stealing my business. And it's not like that. I'm sure they're out there. However, yeah, I think those are the failures. It's they're going to fail sooner or later. There's no easy shortcut. You just
Yeah.
have to be good to people and honest and do your best. And that's really it. That's what it's all about.
Yep. Good and honest. That is exactly what I'm trying to do. It's good and
Yeah,
honest. Yeah.
exactly.
You said it right there. Yeah. Um,
Exactly.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I said my problem is I thought, what do I know best? And for my niche, and I know how to eat. So that's why I did it.
Yeah. I love that. I love that about you though. I love
Yeah.
that. And that's why I like your show.
Oh, thank you.
The first video though that I watched was your McDonald's shake video where you talked about that. And
Okay.
I was like, oh my gosh. So I watched some more after that and then I was hooked.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It really does. It means a lot to me, especially, coming from you.
The McDonald's shake thing really, it was funny because we were actually just talking about that. And it's funny because you're right, when you go through I rarely go for the drive-through, but the other day I went with my son because my son loves milkshakes. He's
Right.
just going to be 3 here pretty soon.
Right.
And he
Mhm.
loves milkshakes. So I was going to get him a milkshake through the drive-through and the shake machine was down.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
horrible.
thinking, I'm like, that always happens. And it's no
It
matter
does.
what. And sometimes it happens late at night. And I get that.
Right.
Like they're probably closed down the machine. They probably cleaned it up or something. And I
Right.
get that. But like
Right.
smack in the middle of the day, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
And there's some that there's one by my house, and they would always do that. It would be, you could get them during the day, and at nighttime, they would say, oh no, our machine's broken.
Yeah.
Probably want to get ahead of things and clean, and they don't want to make more shakes and make more mess. But the majority of the McDonald's, they have such a issue with those machines, and they're tailor made, and it really hurt them because there's a lot of people that are real serious about their ice cream and shakes. So for the the feds to get involved with finding out what the issue is with their equipment, first of all, I don't think that's a place for them to get involved. It's a business.
No, I totally agree with you. It's like, really?
And yeah, exactly. And that's why I was laughing and making such a joke out of it. I'm like, so the Federal Trade Commission, what are they, like, running a bookie business out of the McDonald's? Or
I just thought that when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. So, and so then I started making a joke out of it, saying there was probably one of the employees of the Federal Trade Commission, maybe higher up, that they always had this issue. So it's like, darn it, we're going to investigate all of them now. So, it's just really it's funny. It's real funny.
I think so too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos that you have on your YouTube channel that are funny. That my husband loved the one chip challenge. Loved that. He thought that was so funny. Like, he thought it was great. And there's a lot of Haley thought it was great too. Like, everybody thought it was such a great video. So you did a really good job there.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be able to do it. So you did great. I wouldn't be able to do that at all. My husband, like I said, he's making hot sauce right now, fermenting it.
Oh no.
And he's really into that and all the hot peppers of the world, and
right.
You won't catch me.
And you can't touch it and then touch your eyes. So you have to wear plastic gloves and then do it, because I guess that's really, really, really bad if you touch your eyes with it.
Yeah, so, my husband said the ice cream on the lips was freaking hilarious. And yeah, it was. We laughed so hard because yes, that's exactly what I would be doing. It's exactly that. It's like, yeah,
You
it was
guys are so
totally
funny.
relatable. It was totally relatable though. It's like,
And then I ran out of ice cream.
it's great.
And it's was really a lot of fun, but afterwards wasn't fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the whole day was shot. So after that, it was like.
Did it
was
mess
just
up
shot.
your taste buds for the rest of the day? Like you couldn't like
It
eat anything
really
else?
did. My tongue was numb, and it
Oh,
was just like, and you could still feel, the burning, and it would just, like I said, come in spurts, and not as bad, afterwards, but it would just creep back up on you, and it
oh.
just, yeah,
Yeah, that's not
wasn't
good.
not good at all.
No.
Then I make fun of the McRib. Do you know that that's coming out again? They're
Oh
reintroducing it. And usually
no.
it's usually like every couple years, and now they're doing it again this year. And I blame it on me because I told everybody how much I absolutely hate the McRib.
It's gross.
And so there you go.
Yeah, well, a long time ago, when I was going to college, I worked at McDonald's. I worked there for like a couple years, and we had the McRib, and I I never ate it. Like, no way, no way.
No,
I don't even want to
it's
look at it. Like,
no,
what is
no.
that? Like,
I swear to God, I thought I was going to throw up. And people were saying, "You're being really dramatic." Well, maybe it was a little dramatic, but I'm telling you, it was horrible because it was like pressed meat. It was just like all
but it
pressed
looks like a rib. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
was
put
like,
the
what
little
is that?
they put the little marks and the score marks in and everything, and
Yeah.
that's
No.
just how Burger King buys their burgers. So their burgers, there's a proprietary way that they produce their burgers, and there's a concoction of like liquid smoke, so it gives you that barbecue flavor. So those really aren't cooked on a grill, and when they go through that grill, they're not really being cooked on a grill.
Mm-mm.
So
It's meat,
but
and it's like meat product. Meat
yes,
product slithered in some barbecue sauce, and then they
yep,
don't make it fresh. They
no,
put it in those containers, and they put it in a warm box.
right,
So
right,
who knows? And then they're not all that popular. So God
not
knows
at
how
all.
long it's been in that hot box. It could have been in there all
Right,
day for all you
right.
know. It's like,
And some
oh,
of the food I've had seems like it was in there all day, and I'm sure it was. Just like the chicken sandwiches that I had at BW3's, their new chicken sandwich, it was sitting under that warming light probably forever. Because when I walked in to pick up my order, somebody else walked in and placed an order, and they came out with both orders at the same time. Well, I only had 2 chicken sandwiches. I don't know what the other guy had, but so they kept them under that light. They were horrible. So,
yeah.
it's attention to detail. Maybe a kid's not going to notice it, but you pay a lot for a lot of this fast food, and you at least want to get a halfway decent
Yeah. Yeah.
sandwich.
And
So.
the prices have gone up with fast food, I think, quite a bit. And I think
Astronomically correct.
the last time we went, it was like $40, I think, for me and my family to eat there. We could have ate at a wonderful Mexican restaurant around here for that. Like
Right.
I could have had a couple margaritas with that. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, we should have went to the Mexican restaurant. I could have had a whole meal, the couple margaritas. My son would have been happy. My son loves enchiladas. He's like,
Yeah, I do too. I do too. The margaritas are better though.
Yeah, so completely. Okay, what kind of margarita do you like?
Actually, like the classic, like just the Cuervo, with the salt around the.
Okay, so nothing
I don't
special
like any of
or
the
anything.
none of the strawberry or anything like that.
Yeah, I usually I get the mango. I love the mango
Okay.
margaritas. Those are so good. But I like them all. Like I'll try them all. Like I'm not
I'll drink every one of them. I mean, I have to try them. I will,
Yeah.
but I just like the plain old. I like the plain old ones, but yeah, they they're all good.
Yeah.
And I think the feeling of when you go out, a lot of times, I mean, families, don't have all this disposable income just to go out and eat every night. And
Yeah.
when they do, it's a treat. It's like, come on, kids, or just you and your significant other go out. You want to have a good time, but then when you get ripped off, the food's cold, you're not getting really what you paid for. It kind of puts a damper on the night, and that's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So those are the restaurants that I'm going to be exposing. I was very careful because during COVID, a lot of the restaurants having issues. So I'm not touching the smaller restaurants, but the larger chains. It's about time that they, get their act together. They're making the money.
Right.
They raise the prices. The CEO for Chipotle just took in $38 million bonus last year for himself. There's no excuse.
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank Flour, Eggs, and Yeast for being here. We love you guys. Thank you
I
so much
love
for
them.
being here. And Haley Baxa wants to know, frozen or on the rocks as far as your margarita?
Oh, frozen,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
And
like
then it
mine
gets
on the
right
rocks.
here. No, and then it gets right here and you get brain freeze. Or it
Yeah.
just freezes here.
I think you
Yeah.
get a lot more if you get it on the rocks. For some reason, when I get
Really?
the mix, I feel like I'm getting ripped off. So I always get it on the rocks.
See, and Flour's, eggs, and yeast would be the one that would know that. He would know that. So he's got to tell us which one. I'm thinking the frozen one. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
you're wrong on that one.
Bad tequila situation in the early years. No can do
Oh.
now. Yeah, I understand.
I can have one and I'm gone, but
Yeah, my
hey,
taste buds have changed though. I can now drink tequila. Before I could never drink it. I didn't even like it. But my taste buds as I've
tequila.
gotten older, like I tend to go that's why I like the regular margaritas as well. My taste buds tend to go for the non-sweet things as far as
Right.
that's concerned. So
Right.
I do like the regular margaritas with the salt and stuff like that.
Right. And that's why I'm surprised that I don't like the sweet ones, because I am a real sweets person. But I think when it comes to, drinks, liquor, wine, anything like that, I don't like anything sweet. So like dinner wines or dessert
Yeah.
wines and things like
Yeah,
that.
it's a little much for me. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Too
get it.
much.
Frozen or on the rocks, margarita all depends on the season, and we don't discriminate. Frozen is our favorite in the summer heat. Iced is the best in the winter. Yep. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, and that was, I'll take that advice. So we both kind of are even on that one then,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. That's funny.
So it's the tie.
Oh, your wife said, "Isn't there a country song that says tequila makes your clothes fall off?" I said, yes, I believe so."
That was my wife. I told her not to embarrass me.
It's fine.
She's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, she seems like she's a blast. I like her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, we're running on 10:19. What kind of questions do you have for Pips? Bring them on. Bring on the questions. And we'll see what everybody has to say in the audience. So thank you all for being here, Digs Outdoors. I'm sorry if I didn't see all when you came in. We were talking for a little bit. Purple Tea Bear, thank you so much for being here. Grilling and Chilling with Mojo is another member this month. Thank you so much. Grilling and Chilling with Mojo. Mary Beth, Heaven's Essentials. Thank you guys. We are doing an after party after this as well. It is going to start around 11:15. So, if anybody, you guys in the chat want to come over, you can and hang out with us. That's fun too. Pip's running around with no shirt and tie around his head. Okay, husband. Okay, backyards. Wow, Backwoods Law wants to know, what was your most memorable video?
I would have to say my most memorable one was the McRib. And I know that we just talked about it, and there should be, I'm sure there's others, but that was one that really, really struck me and hit me hard. And I really didn't think was going to be that bad. And I did my research, actually looked at the plant. There was a news, like a documentary on how they made it, and that the plant's clean, and it was, but how it's all processed. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna try this. And it was the first time I ever had one, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life, because when that McRib comes out, it should be out like now. They were gonna put it out again. I'm not even driving past McDonald's.
Don't blame you.
It scares me, and I'm probably offending people that like McRib, and everybody has their own taste. But that was the most memorable, I would say, a video that I did.
Oh, that's cool. Kaylin Strain wants to know, by the way, she tests military rations every Sunday on her channel. But
that's so cool.
Yeah, she wants to know, have you ever eaten a military ration?
No, but I have friends who are in the military, and we were talking about it. Actually, one of my friends says, do a show on them. And I'm like, I mean, I could open it up and eat it and everything, but I don't really have the history or really know that much about it. All I would be doing is eating it. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is this what they all taste like? I don't know. But so that's good that she has a show. I'm going to tune in to her show, because that really interests me. But I've never had one. It's good if we ever have the apocalypse, you know what I mean? You know, the preppers and everything like that. That would be awesome to have then, if that ever happened.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't happen.
No.
So no,
my wife's canning will have paid off.
Yes, exactly. My husband wants to know, he said, how many videos have you uploaded on YouTube?
I have around 80 now, maybe 78 to 80.
That's
so
a lot.
I do one every week. Sometimes I'll sneak in an extra one, but mostly weekly I'll do it. But I have done more in 1 week. So, but I do try to just make, like, really concentrate, do my research, and rather than just throwing videos out there. So
so you work on better content, and then you don't push yourself. You just do it once a week, and then that's gonna I get that.
Right. And I like to just, tell a little of the history in a fun way, rather than just eating something and, talking about, how it tastes and what it's lacking, and just to make it a little more interesting.
Backwoods Law said, if you try them now, be thankful, Pips. They were not always as good as they are now.
I'll keep that in mind. That's good to know.
Haley wants to know, what's your favorite thing about YouTube?
My favorite thing about YouTube is meeting people, but meeting real people. Like my audience, my viewers, I interact a lot with them, talk with them, people like you, your show, and the real people. So you kind of have this, when you're an adult, it seems like, well, all your school friends and everything drift away, and you start from ground zero. You have your the people you work with, but then the YouTubers and the people that watch YouTube, it seems like they replace that. I don't know if that makes sense, but it is really, it's nice. You always have somebody to talk to. There are a lot of fakes out there, but you can really usually see through them. But that's what I really do like about YouTube. And you have they give you a forum, a platform where you can be you and make the videos that you want to make. And so it's with very little restrictions.
My husband also wants to know or not know, but he wanted to comment and say the toasted PB sandwich place was really cool. And I think that is cool too, because my son loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So he would have been all
Thank
about
you.
that.
Thank you very much. That, surprisingly didn't get a ton of views. And I'll tell you why. The lighting was real yellow, so I wasn't able to use a lot of the footage. And it was a real shame. I should have probably banked that as B-roll and then went back and did it again. But I was so excited to get it out, and the owner really was excited to have it be out. But it's a valuable lesson learned, and using the proper lighting and just taking a little extra time with making sure that color graded and everything, and it's acceptable to show. Otherwise, it was really bad footage.
Yeah.
But they had a lot more to offer.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good video. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I ate a lot of peanut butter that day.
It's really good. I like peanut butter.
Yeah, me too. I have to get one of those machines that just pours the peanuts in and all this peanut butter comes out. So
yeah, that's
really
cool.
kind of neat. Yeah.
I liked all their like different jams and stuff that they had. I thought that was super cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're coming out with a whole soda line just with the different.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did research that as well. I looked at Amazon has a lot of the flavored sodas. A little gross, but they'll have ranch dressing soda, things that you could really do like on a show. They're real novelties. So it's like, but they're going to have actually like peanut butter, different jams for their soda. So it'll be a little more palatable.
Yeah, than ranch dressing or.
Yeah, exactly.
I can just see somebody making a sardine soda or something like that.
Oh
really
no. That's one thing I would never do. So yeah. I would not drink a sardine soda.
No way. Uncle Lau is Die Bullfrog 79, and he is known for eating some really weird stuff. Cottage cheese sandwiches, all different kinds of stuff. Would you eat Uncle Lau's type of food? The really weird stuff.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I love cottage cheese. I would have to have the toast or the bread toasted with the cottage cheese. Might even throw a slice of tomato on it.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
There you go, Uncle Al.
Yep, I'm with you. I mean, it's good. I've done stuff like this, and in my college days too, you took whatever you had and made something out of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of those things are pretty darn good. So you remember those things. So
yeah, because when you're a struggling college student, you pretty much will try anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There isn't a ramen noodle that you can't make anything out of. Like,
oh, you're exactly right. Except they went up in price. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? They did.
I remember that in macaroni and cheese, but ramen noodles you could get for like, I don't know, 10 cents a pack or something. It was like, it was ridiculously cheap. So, yeah, so it's a lot of good things out there. I like to hear from people what, they like to eat as well. There's so many foods that we would never even be aware of that were out there that are delicious. There's a million different ways to make, one thing. We know just a few, and I think that makes it really interesting. It's where you would say, "Oh, I never thought of that,"
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's endless. It's endless. But I will never claim to say that I can cook, because I can't. I can go through the motions and I can kind of do it, but yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I can cook. I wouldn't consider myself a cook either. I mean, I can cook and I will.
Right.
It's not my favorite thing to do.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
All right, guys. Well, the time is now 10:30. I'm going to start wrapping things up. Did you have any other questions for Pips, though, before we leave? And while we're waiting on that, I would like to thank you so much for doing this. This has been
Thank you.
awesome. And
Thank you
um,
so much.
yeah, I
It,
really like this. So
it was a pleasure, and I watched a lot of your different episodes or series that you have, and you're a real person, and I can see why you have a real audience and a great following and loyalty, because you're a good person, and you
aw.
can tell that right away. And that's why I said yes to this when you invited me on. I was like, perfect, no doubts. So
Oh, well,
I
thank you
really
so
do
much,
appreciate
seriously,
it.
for doing this. I really appreciate it. I like
I
to
appreciate
get,
it.
I like to talk about gardening. But I like to get a wide variety of people in here. I like to talk about
Right,
different things because I'm a diverse person and I like to
right,
talk about diverse things. And I'm
right,
so
right,
glad that you decided to do this because it also gives my audience something new to do, you know?
right,
Um,
right.
Gunslinger Outdoors says, tell him if he makes it down to Woodstock, Illinois, he needs to stop at the Barbecue King. He will not regret it.
The Barbecue King. So, okay, I'm an hour away from Chicago. So, is Woodstock closer to Chicago? I mean,
I
before
have no idea.
Chicago, or
I have no idea.
I'm going to have to look it up. The Barbecue King.
Hmm.
No, it's on. I like different things. I was just in Chicago not that long ago, and I did Palermo's Bakery in Chicago, and
Oh
they gave
yeah.
me a tour. Yeah, so it was really, and I ate a lot of sweets.
That's great.
Go figure. Go
It's
figure.
hard. It's hard though. Chicago is just a plethora of different
Oh,
types of foods and the pizza and
oh
the
yeah.
cannolis and it's just
Right. Right. It's hard to
yeah.
compare. We have versions of that stuff, but nothing like the real stuff. So um
He
I'll
said
tell
it's
you,
right at the border of Wisconsin. So
yep, yep. Perfect. I'm it's on. Barbecue King.
now to check it out.
I love it.
Okay, guys.
Great.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Post, for doing this. We have 31
Thank
people in the
you.
chat, so that really is awesome. Thank you to all my Poop Troop members, all the PIP members. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for asking questions, guys, because we love to get to know new people, and this is awesome. So thank you so much, and we will
Thank you
see you
so much.
all at the after party. That's going to start around 11:15, I believe. So we will see you all then, and y'all have a good night.
Great. You too. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much for doing this. Have a good night, guys.